up? That's just Lola. Well, I'm sitting here with my girl Mello. And I'm sweating because I'm hot, but I think I'm having a hot flash.
You've been hot all morning.
Yeah, I think I've been having hot flashes all morning.
For those of you who have been following us, we were in the TJ Maxx, and she was hot there.
I was, right?
The air was blowing, y'all. I felt it.
Okay, anyway, I don't want to talk about these hot things that's happening. I don't want to acknowledge them. But anyway, so we were talking about commitment. Mm-hmm. And we are going to talk about, oh boy. So we're going to, you can't see my text message. So we were talking about, relationship commitment. But I think that I want to talk about workplace commitment. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, even if you want to stay on the same job for 20 years now, you can't do it.
No, it's not the same world.
It just does not exist. They want to fire you after a certain time so they could bring somebody in and pay them less money.
Fresh and new.
Yeah, fresh and new and dumb.
And right.
I'm sorry.
Willing to work for
nothing.
Less.
Right?
Much less.
And so because of that, there's no commitment there either. But by the same token, in the workplace, what working and being good about what you do, that's not the same either to me. Nobody wants to do, when I was working a 9-to-5 job, it didn't matter whether or not it was my job. If it needed to get done in order for the whole everything to work, then that's what I did. These nitwits, I'm sorry.
That's not my
Some folks
job description.
Can't say these nitwits. Right, that's what they say.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's not in my job description. Don't you know? That's how you learn how to get promoted, by doing stuff that's in other job descriptions, and then that makes you a more fuller, well-rounded employee, and then somebody sees that and they want to promote you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the commitment level is not there either as far as I'm concerned in the workplace, and even in business. I'm saying in the workplace, but in business, folks just be jumping around from, I come from a background of network marketing, and I mean, the network marketing culture used to be that which you got in and you stay with that business. You built you built your downline, you built your residual income. Not anymore, child. They jump around. They change network marketing companies like they change their draws.
Yeah, they do.
It's just crazy.
They do.
You all remember
what's hot next?
Yeah, what's hot? Like the five channels to unlimited channels. Well, then we had I think when I was in high school, and cable came out, and then you had 200 maybe channels or something like that. Maybe not that many channels.
Maybe 100.
Maybe 100 channels. So you had 100 channons. So we have attention deficit disorder probably because of the damn television and all the different choices, and that we have one out. That could mean a lot of things. Okay.
Talking about the TV. That's what some church folk used to call it.
Oh, the one-eyed demon?
One-eyed demon.
Okay, boob tube is what my godfather used to call it. Gene used to call it the boob tube. So even in business, I teach people real estate investing and entrepreneurship for a living. And you get people, not current class members, don't read into this. So you get people come into the class and they want to tell me about what this was doing and what that teacher's doing and what this is doing. And then as soon as they finish this class and don't do nothing in the class, they'll go over to another class and talk about how my class don't work, because it ain't that it didn't work, it's that
we know some people like that, don't we?
We know some people like that, and I would love to say their names on here, but I'm not going to give them that much holler.
Well, we can't.
Right. But I've been teaching now for a long time, over 10 years, and so in that I know that that's what people do. That's why I'm always prefacing, if you notice, Melanie is one of my students in the class, that I will continuously say, why y'all not working?
Yeah.
Why y'all not working?
Listen,
I need y'all to work.
I'm working every day and I still feel guilty.
You're y'all need to be working. And because the whole point is for us to work along with you. The whole point is for us to help you through your deals. And so if you wait till the class is over to start working, you don't have me to help you no more, unless you pay me $5,000. So I'm trying to keep that from being the case. So we just, try to, and the commitment to their own dreams. That's what I find. That's how, dealing with people, teaching people, it just kind of shows you so much about how people think. And I just find that people's commitment to themselves and to their dreams in business are not the same. And what I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying that the deal is most people don't know how to be entrepreneurs.
I think that's the case.
That's the next show, by the way. Entrepreneurs, not versus, but entrepreneurs, versus 9-to-5ers. That's the next show. So look out for that.
I think that's it too.
And so most people don't know how to be it, so you end up having to push them. Well, entrepreneurs are committed to eating. You feel me?
Right.
We're committed to eating. We're committed to driving our cars and keeping roofs over our heads. And if we don't work, we don't eat.
Yeah, it's true.
If we don't work, we don't eat. So our commitment level, it probably ain't even really commitment. It's necessity, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is sheer necessity. But most people don't have. Abraham almost fell out the chair. But most people don't have. Most people don't have that if they're not used to hustling and working for themselves. I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
Hell, yes. Heck yes, I see what you're saying.
It's just really hard. And you know, I'll talk about this next, when I talk about the relationships part again. I think that entrepreneurs have a higher, people are going to probably throw rotten tomatoes at me, but I think that entrepreneurs can have a greater commitment or know how to have a greater commitment even in relationships.
Yes.
I ain't saying they always do, because there's some hoes out there that's entrepreneurs. Some hoes in this house. That's entrepreneurs, and they don't know how to be committed either. But if you have a relatively decent foundation about yourself, then you know how to be committed. But entrepreneurs just have a certain way of going after things. And I'm just trying to tell you guys, when you get into business, you have to be committed to it. You have to be committed to your goals that you want to reach for it.
Right.
Because nobody's going to give you that stuff but you.
Nope. And it gets tough. It gets real tough.
It gets
you
tough.
know, I wasn't going to... Do you realize it's been a year? It will be a year.
Since we met?
Well, yeah, since we met and since I started
doing the business,
becoming your student. And I've yet to do a deal, but I will not give up.
But let me say this to you. And there's a reason. Do you know the reason for that?
No, tell me.
Consistency.
Okay.
Now, you've consistently thought about it, but you've not necessarily consistently hustled at it on a regular basis.
Okay.
You haven't. I'm not trying to beat up on you. I'm just saying.
Well,
you consistently thought about it.
I don't think that's completely true. I had some things that changed. There's nothing that I could have done about those things that changed.
No. That wasn't what the statement was, though. I didn't say you could do anything about it. I didn't say it was wrong. I said that's the difference. That's it. It's not about blame. It's just about that's what it is. The reason, because I could say that about myself. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, things have happened and things have changed. And so I haven't done as many deals as I would have done because my interest and things have changed in my life that have caught my attention. So I'm not saying you didn't do it because you didn't want to do it. I'm saying things did happen, but things happen and they interrupt the consistency of how we're able to focus and function. And that happens all the time. That's why when I do sit down with people, and that's why you hear me harping on your why all the time. Because it's hard not to deviate. And that's why you have to have a plan. So I make people sit down and write out what it is you're going to do. Blow by blow by blow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. This is my goal. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then what you and I have not done is as a sub, when I'm teaching you and you're mentoring you with entrepreneurship, I even do subs. So if I'm going to do that, that means I need to do this, and this. This, and this. So then when life happens and you get off track, you don't have to try to figure out where you left off from. You go back to that and you look and see where you left off from. Because I did this. Oop, I didn't finish that. That wasn't a wicket that I checked. And so I got to go back there and start from that point. So it's not bad. It's just life. You know what I'm saying? It's just life. And when we learn that, though, we try to find ways. You hear me telling students all the time, and this, I didn't mean for this to be about real estate, but and it's not, I guess, really. It's just about how to get to where you want to get to. You hear me telling students all the time. People say, well, I don't have the time to go and drive for dollars, which is a technique that I teach, driving for dollars, which is a very inexpensive way, other than gas in your legs, right, to find properties. And I say, well, not talking about you. You'll hear me say, well, then you shouldn't be going to drive for dollars. And Lance, one of our other instructors, said that the other day. It's not about driving for dollars. He don't believe in that. He believes that you always should be driving for dollars. Yeah. So go a different way home. Come back, go to work a different way. Right. Go a different way to the grocery store. You have to find ways to work things into what it is you want to do when you're committed to something. And sometimes you maybe can't drive nowhere. Okay. And so if that's the case, then you have to find other ways to make it happen. But we just talked about workplace and business commitment, how that has changed for people, how the lack of it keeps people from progressing. I want you to go over here to your right-hand side and click that subscribe button and subscribe to That's Just Lola so you can watch Mel and I all the time.
On a regular basis.
On a regular basis, we'll be right back with more of That's Just Lola and Commitment.